young people at the moment are facing a really different set of pressures and issues that previous generations can't even kind of comprehend.
Get Radio Breakfast with Rich Smith.
Right, really looking forward to welcoming my next guest here on Get Radio, launching a very, very special appeal. But I'm not going to do that. I am going to let Mackenzie do that. We are joined by Mackenzie Aspell, an individual giving manager at Oxfordshire Mind. Mackenzie, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me, Rich. It's nice to be back.
It's always great to be back. Always great to be talking to you. And at this time of year, this is an important time of year. Certainly for Oxfordshire Mind, and now we are launching the winter appeal.
Yes, I know, it's come around so quickly. It's a big point in our calendar every year, like it is for many charities. Winter is a time of year for so many of us that want to kind of reflect and give back. And there's lots of messaging going on around us, but it's such an important time for appeals and charity appeals because people really want to hear what we have to say this time of year, which is lovely. And I'm excited to be launching our winter appeal with Get Radio. So this year we have decided to focus on children and young people and their mental health, a topic that we feel so passionately about. And yes, it's just really exciting to be launching it. It's called Festive Fears. And I'm hoping that people start seeing more of our messaging all around, right up until Christmas. And we can really start to amplify the voices of the young people that we work with. It's important to note that the messaging that we're going to be talking about over the next 2 months is coming from them. It doesn't just come from us or from me. I don't just sit there and go, what would be a good appeal?
I think that's such an interesting thing, and I think you're right to sort of highlight that actually when wonderful organisations like Oxfordshire Mind and these sort of the winter appeals come around, it's listening to the feedback that you're getting and actually going, this needs to happen. This hasn't happened before, and this needs to happen because this is the feedback we're getting. We're getting young people saying that actually. This time of year when ordinarily I guess the focus is on excitement, presents, all of the things that happen with Christmas. A lot of stuff gets lost in that.
It does. And at Oxfordshire Mind, we co-produce everything, including our appeals, with our service users. And some of the work we do is we hold youth forums where we go to lots of different schools across Oxfordshire and Berkshire West, and we sit down with young people and we talk about the challenges that they're facing or the services that they want us to do for them. And these are always really great open conversations. And one of the big themes that kept coming from these forums that made us kind of think a little bit was that young people are often feeling kind of dismissed by the adults in their lives, or there's a lot of things in the media at the moment about things being just a phase, or the snowflake generation, which I don't like. But it's young people at the moment are facing really different set of pressures and issues that previous generations can't even kind of comprehend, with things like social media and the 24-hourness of being connected all the time. And for me, actually, when thinking of a topic, if you like, was what do I pick? Young people had so many amazing things to say, and we had some really strong statistics to go off. But the reality is that it's not just caused by, a mental health crisis of young people isn't just caused by one thing. It's a million tiny things that can add up to one huge problem. And it very much is a crisis that we're facing. 1.3 million young people were referred to mental health services last school year. It's an increase in 71% in 5 years. So we have all these young people doing this incredibly brave thing of reaching out and asking for support. And we've done some amazing work over the last few years of talking about mental health more. And, we're all saying, just talk, reach out, get help. And then we're having all these incredible young people doing exactly just that. And then they're sadly met with not that much. And that's kind of what our appeal is focusing on, is that when those young people do reach out, what support is there? Because currently, a young person in our county is faced with a waiting list and not much else. The waiting times from being referred to clinical services to being seen in the country at the moment is on average 5 years.
Yeah, and that is it is incredibly long time. And I just wanted to touch on the Vimo video that I kind of I watched, that really explains it. I mean, as it should do. It literally boils it down. And I genuinely, if people see this out and about as well, it will make you feel of this situation. Now, the video is of a girl at Christmas being bombarded with questions about her life. Things that happen across Christmas. And I remember vividly being there. I'm an only child, so I didn't have my brothers or sisters around or something like that to kind of deflect or kind of do all this. It was question after question. Oh, so what are you doing with you? Oh, are you with anyone? Are you going off to uni? Oh, what are you studying? What's your interest? What's your likes? What? And all of that kind of can just mount onto you, and you just kind of close up and go, I don't know. I didn't have my path lined out for me.